welcome to our first ever vlog series.
So some of you might know us from our Instagram, but others might not. So for those of you who don't know us, we are the Tattoo Tourists.
Yeah, so I'm Jake.
And I'm Beth.
And we thought we would just bring you along with us. It's currently pre-travel day for us, so we're going to head down to the airport hotel very soon.
Yeah, so it's currently around about 5:45 in the evening, and it's going to take us around about 2 hours and 10 minutes-ish, depending on if we stop off or not. Obviously, as you'll know by this vlog title, we are travelling to Florida tomorrow.
Yes.
And like I say, we'll give you loads more information about our itinerary, where we're staying tonight. If we stop off, we'll obviously do it then. If not, you will probably see us in the airport hotel, beer in hand, and we'll give you a bit more of an idea about what we're doing then.
Yeah, spot on. So yeah, we'll catch up with you guys soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Sideways.
Yeah, Stonehenge is crazy, dude. I remember when in school they would teach us like
Someone needs to stop this woman. Someone needs to stop her. She's gonna end up going out the car window. Is it honks? I'm gonna die. I might not make it to Orlando.
We are on our way to the Britannia Airport Hotel. It's around about 3 or 4 miles away from Manchester Airport Terminal 2.
Give or take, yeah.
There is a couple of Britannia hotels. I think there's this one, which is the Britannia Airport Hotel, but then there's the Britannia Inn. But like I say, the one that we stopped at's around about 3 or 4 miles away, and it's absolutely ideal for us. I think this will be the 3rd or 4th time that we've actually stopped here.
I think we stopped on our November trip just gone. We stopped on our honeymoon, and then the time before. So yeah, this will be our 4th.
Yeah, it's absolutely ideal. The parking's secure. I'll get some footage of it for you as well. The rooms are immaculate. The staff are amazing. Location to the airport, like I'm saying, is absolutely brilliant. It's only a short Uber ride away. Overall, we love the hotel.
The location as well to the motorway.
Yeah, exactly.
You kind of just come off the M62. And then you're more or less there.
You're
like away from the airport enough where it's not super busy.
Yeah.
But close enough where it only takes like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. And like I say, you're not so much on the motorway to the point where it's keeping you up at night or anything like that. But we'll give you a full room tour and everything once we're there. But we booked this through the Holiday Extras app. And we have paid £126. And that is for 1 night's stay and 9 nights worth of parking. Now, I did find it a little bit more expensive this time round. Yes. Like Jake's just mentioned, we stopped here on our previous trip in November, and we actually paid last time £86.85, and that was for 1 night's stay, and what ended up being 19 nights worth of parking. So naturally, the prices have gone up. I did actually look yesterday to see if the pricing had come down, because we are cheap like that. I would have cancelled it and rebooked. But actually, it's not on the app anymore. So we need to make sure we check when we're there, because we are actually going back to Florida at the end of the year. We'll give you a few more details in a bit. We're going back in October. And would obviously like to stay here again. So I'm going to suss out, see what the crack is when we get there, see why it's not on there, but we'll find out. But yeah, so we'll catch up with you when we're there, give you a room tour, show you the parking, and yeah, we'll just show you everything when we're there. pretty tight parking.
I'll try and lose weight for the holiday, but obviously not enough to get in here.
We can only apologise to whoever's car this is when they come back. But I suppose there's plenty of space over there for them to get in. This is your parking. There's also parking upstairs. It kind of goes up on different levels as well, but we have managed to secure one on the ground floor. When you're walking out through here, we will take you to the exit. But these gates will close, and the access as well is where you would get in here, and this is where you use your passcode to physically get in. You get that upon entry of the actual when you check in as well. But like I say, really, really secure.
Everyone's getting there. When the gate's closed.
Exactly. This is the hotel.
Arrived. Took a little bit longer than anticipated, but I think we got stuck a bit in traffic, didn't we? So give you a tour of the room, just so you can see kind of what it looks like if you do potentially plan on stopping here in the future or anything. So obviously we'll start with front door right there, and then you've got the bathroom. One thing, I mean, it is clean as out, clean as a whistle. Sink, toilet, nice big mirror for getting ready, and then we've got the wardrobes, plenty of space if you're stopping longer than one night or anything like that. A little fan which will definitely be going on because it's boiling in here. Tea, coffee facilities, nice big spacious room. We've getting a family room as well, so Bethany's getting stuck in that single bed while I have the double. Another big mirror, nice big telly.
Yeah.
If you're like me and you need to watch the telly on a night to go to sleep. Yeah. Nice big double bed, would you say?
Yeah, and they are extra comfy.
Yeah, they are really comfortable. They obviously cater for if there's quite a few people stopping. If you've got obviously 2 adults and a child, or 3 adults or whatever.
2 double rooms as well.
And we're on the 7th floor, so a nice view of some trees as well. And the window opens, which is always good to let some air in. I think it's champion, to be fair, for the price. Obviously, you look at anything else, there's going to be some of them Holiday Inns and that were 180 plus, weren't there? So
yeah, and I mean, we did just ask at the desk downstairs, kind of what the crack is with the Holidays Extra. She didn't really know.
She wasn't too sure.
But I mean, she was fantastic. She was called Calvina. So thank you very much. As always, the staff are fantastic in here.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Check-in process was a breeze. She's just advised us that you can book direct through Britannia, and the more you book through them, I think you accrue like points.
Yeah,
so you can end up with like vouchers and discounts off your stays, which is perfect for us because, like I say, this hotel is ideal for us. It's immaculately clean, recently renovated, which is probably why it's gone up a little bit in price.
Potentially, yeah, potentially.
The hallway, however, still does look like The Shining. So
yeah.
But it's absolutely fab. It's a budget hotel, immaculate for what it is. We love it here.
I think it's brilliant. I think, just to mention as well, if anyone's like me, you don't get an iron and an ironing board in the room, but obviously at reception you can just ask for one, because I need to have my clothes perfectly ironed every time I wear them. So you can just ask for one downstairs, but it's ideal.
The drive down was sound, so thank you, Mr. Parry, for getting us here safely.
What can I say?
And I didn't even take any calms.
Yeah, you were calm. You didn't
I was pretty calm.
You were calm. You were the calm.
And show you the lobby, because we will be getting ourselves down for a pint.
For a pint, nice pint of Guinness.
Oh, honestly, I'm gasping. I cannot wait. Hey.
What do you want? That's the question.
San Miguel. here, safe. Oh, I think we might have already told you that.
Yeah, I think we did.
To be
I think we
fair.
did.
We're obviously trying to keep our voices down a little bit and not really disturb other families and
other hotel guests.
Yes, because it is actually quite busy.
Busier than
Busiest
we've
we've
seen
seen
it.
it.
Yeah, definitely.
But we've managed to find a nice little corner tucked away somewhere, obviously having a good few little beers and starting our holiday early. And I have creased because I think Jake had mentioned in the room tour that you can go and you
can go and get an iron board.
Get an iron board. So he says, I'll call and I'll get us an iron board and take it up the room, and I needed me lip balm and whatnot. And as he was walking by, some guys just shouted behind him and said, "Wow, that's the biggest skateboard I've ever seen."
You know what's funny as well? It wasn't even a very big iron, let alone a skateboard. It was only about this big, the iron.
You know the iron board, man?
Yeah, the iron board, that's what I meant, sorry.
Hey, well, honestly, I've just absolutely cried.
I was walking past him, Bethany was sat here, and I was like, did you just see he thought this was a skateboard?
Funny as hell.
But yeah, we thought we would just jump on it as well to kind of end off pre-travel day, sorry.
Yes.
To tell kind of people a little bit about us, especially people that don't follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
If you follow us on Instagram, you probably already saw the 45-minute long video that we done.
Yeah, but obviously if you don't, we'll put our little handle below. If you want to
Yes.
check us out, you're more than welcome to.
So, especially, obviously, we're Jake and Beth.
Yes, we
Beth
are.
and Jake. We're from
Bacon Jeff.
Bacon Jeff. We're from the northeast of England, not Newcastle, below Newcastle, more Durham.
Yeah.
Kind of way.
More Durham, more on the coast.
We're married.
2 years.
Yes. Young couple, no kids. In regards to especially Florida, you know, we go quite often. This is
my 4th trip to Florida.
And I'll be honest, I don't know how many times I've been. I was meant to try and find out before we did this, but
Yeah.
I didn't. But it'll be 20 plus, potentially 30 plus.
Jake was obviously a Florida baby. He was one of them lucky ones that got to go all the time. Not saying that I wasn't very lucky. I did get away very often. We're very, very lucky in that respect, both of us. But mine was more sun, sea, sand, not like Florida.
Yeah.
So obviously when I met Jake, been together 8-9 years.
Yeah.
When we first met, he obviously told us how many times he was going to Florida. He had actually had 2 trips booked that year, the year that we met, and you'd just come back off another one. But anyways, I digress. He basically went on about his love for Florida, how we've got to go. I was always like, no, it's not a holiday to me. My holiday is lying on a beach, reading a book and doing nothing. Jake's obviously vastly different opinions on that. Long story short, he convinced us, and now I won't go anywhere else.
Yes. So we went twice in 2019, once for 2 weeks, and then once for a week in September. We did Horror Nights for the first time and stuff, which was unbelievable. We then booked a 3-week trip for March 2020, but obviously everyone knows what happened there, so that got cancelled. We then put off for a few years, didn't we? Because we didn't want to obviously get stuff cancelled and stuff. We went to Tenerife in the meantime and stuff, and then we got married.
Yeah.
I tried to convince Beth to go to Florida for our honeymoon, but then I think we came to an agreement to try somewhere new, so we went to the Dominican. And then, as you've probably heard on the previous clips, we went for 2 weeks in November, just gone last year, November 2024.
I got to experience Florida at Christmas time.
Yeah, the holiday
which
season.
Which was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
It was meant to be 2 weeks, ended up being 16 nights.
Longer.
17 nights, something like that, because
Probably longer.
our flight got cancelled. We had to reroute to JFK and all this sort of stuff. It was a nightmare. But then obviously we're going for this time. We're going for a week. We've got quite a bit planned still. We're not doing Disney this time.
Yeah.
Bethany's never done Disney.
No.
I have, but not for a long time. But we're doing Universal, obviously, and then something. Potentially something a little bit epic in the middle.
Potentially something that might have something to do with this. If anybody knows what these are or what this relates to, please let us know in the comments.
Yes.
You will have a forever fan with me if you do.
But yeah, we're flying with Aer Lingus tomorrow. tomorrow for us, sorry. 11 a.m. flight from Manchester.
It's no issue driving down here.
It's
Although,
like 2
like I
hours,
say, I have a massive phobia of travelling. Realistically, it's not so much travelling as in flying. It's more driving. Airport security terrifies me.
Yeah.
It's all just unfounded, ridiculous, like irrational things. But never mind. We all have them, don't we? Down here was sound, and this hotel's absolutely ideal for us. So we don't mind making the journey down here.
Definitely
And
not.
it tends to work out a little bit cheaper, I find.
Yeah, hell of a lot cheaper, definitely. Hell of a lot cheaper, but like I said, we'll be vlogging the whole trip. We'll take you along with us. Obviously, it's our first time trying this as well.
And also, please bear with us.
Yeah, just bear with us a little bit. We are learning as we go. But yeah, we'll take you along with us, and we'll see you tomorrow for us. Same video for you.
Yeah.
As we go to Manchester Airport to get our flight to Orlando.
Yeah.
So see you in the morning.
See you in a bit.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Same video for you. Next day for us.
Yes.
Currently 10 to 7.
Yeah.
So he's going to go off. Just going to book an Uber, make our way to the hotel, to the airport.
To the airport.
Yes. I don't think check-in opens till 8.
I'm
But-
not sure. I think last time we went, they did open it a little bit early. But either way, we've only just got the one case that we're checking in with us only going for 7 to 8 nights. So it shouldn't be any issue.
No, it should be fine. It should be fine. So I'm going to get on and book an Uber now. I'll pop up on the screen exactly how much it is from here to the airport. It won't be much. So we'll catch up with you when we get to the airport.
See you at Terminal 2.
See you at Terminal 2. Peace.
Bye.
So we've got our tag for our bag. We just need to do a bag drop and then go through security. We have got fast track as well,
Yes, we do.
which is always good.
It's currently only 20 past 7, so I can't remember what time you said it was when we were outside the hotel, but we're here, we've put our label off, and we're literally just waiting another 10 minutes for bag drop, and then we should be through security.
Only took 7 minutes in the Uber as well.
Like Jake said, we do have fast track security. I'll get into all of the details when we actually get through, let you know how much it costs, how we booked it, etc. And we are actually going into the lounge as
Yes.
well. So we're going into the 1903 lounge. Again, we'll show you around. I'll give you all an update with pricing and stuff. We might have a quick browse through duty free as well.
I know you want to look at some perfume,
Yeah,
potentially.
yeah.
And I'd just like to look, to be honest, at prices and complain about them. But yeah, we'll probably catch up with you when we're in the lounge.
When we're in the lounge, yeah.
Yes, see you soon. We have arrived.
We have arrived. So it is currently. Excuse me. Sorry about that. It's just because I've inhaled that food so quick. It was absolutely delicious.
What's right
So it's currently 20 to 9. So we absolutely flew through security. So
We obviously did bag drop.
yeah, we did that drop. We did have a little bit of a wait, but that's just only because we were so early. We'd actually got fast track security, so I booked this directly with Manchester Airport. The fast track security was actually £8 each, so it was obviously £16 for the both of us. I would say it's
Worth its weight in gold.
100% worth it. I really honestly would. From doing our bag drop to getting through into duty free, it took us 4 or 5 minutes, literally, and it was seamless. If anyone's a bit of an anxious traveller like I am, I guess just it's airport security for me, anything to do with travelling out of the country, immigration, I get really, really nervous. I would highly recommend doing it. And for the sake of, £8 each, just to have that little bit peace of mind, I would definitely recommend it. We are currently sat in the 1903 lounge. Again, this one I booked directly through Manchester. airport, which is, to be honest with you, something that we would kind of recommend because we just noticed the poor couple had a bit of a
they booked.
an
I think
iffy circumstance.
they'd booked through a third party, and they'd paid the third party, but the third party hadn't paid the airport or lounge or whatever, so they wouldn't let them in.
Yeah, so it's just not worth, in my opinion, running the risk of not being able to come in because it's not the cheapest to come in here.
You might save yourself a couple of quid booking through a third party, but that could also happen.
Exactly. So again, just for transparency, this cost us a total of £109.98. When you break it down, I don't think it's a bad price per person.
No. 55 quid each credit.
Yeah. It's obviously all you can eat, food, drink, there's pastries, coffees, soft drinks, syrups, alcohol, champagne, and it is fully self-service. So there's little like pod type things dotted around the area, like makeshift bar things, and you can just go and help yourself to them, and everything's lovely and fresh.
And it's all proper stuff as well. It's like proper gin, proper vodka, and all that.
You've got a cruise camp.
I've got a cruise camp.
Excuse me.
I don't know, it's champagne or prosecco.
Yeah.
So I don't know the difference.
Champagne.
But it's champagne though.
It is. It's
champagne.
brilliant. We really enjoyed it in here. We came. This is our second time that we've been in this lounge. The last time that we came in November, we also came into this lounge, and the time before that, when we flew from Manchester, we ended up in the. I want to call it the Escape Lounge. We got that one through Chewy's Premium, and that was good. It's just bar service.
Yeah, it's bar service. It's self-serve food, but bar service drinks.
Yeah, and I don't think they have as many food offerings over there than what you do here. I could be wrong though. So we're just here, starting to totally chill out. Our holidays there might be officially starting.
It's 8:42 now. We obviously fly at 11, and we've got the lounge till 10.
Yeah, till 10.
And by then, chances are gate will be on the board. I mean, we've got.
Yeah, we're sat right next to the board.
You might be able to see. The board is literally there.
Yeah.
And then obviously we've got a view of all the windows and stuff as well.
Just to obviously give us a bit more of a heads up as well about things that we are going to be doing, more so within the next 48 hours, I suppose. So obviously we're flying out. We are due to land at around about 3:15. We're getting a private transfer from the terminal to our hotel, and we are stopping at the Rosamond International.
Best hotel on our drive.
It's for what it is, for how much it costs to get there. We love it, don't we?
I think when you compare, especially if you're like us, where you're out kind of morning till night, in my eyes, not a huge amount of point in paying. I mean, we priced up the Surfside or Dockside, and it was like £400 or £500 more each. Obviously, like I said, we're only going for a week, but it was a lot more expensive.
We weren't particularly bothered about early entry neither, because we only here for a week and we primarily only do Universal. We're going to be hammering the parks every single day.
We'll have enough time to do every ride
it's
multiple
fine.
times.
Usually when we do come on a 2-week stay, we usually do stay at one of the premium hotels to make use of the express passes. So yeah, but this time, nah.
With the Rosin as well, I mean, every time we've been together, we've stopped there.
Yeah.
And then I think every time I've been, bar once, the first time I went, back when it was Quality Inn, that's the only other time I haven't stopped there at Rosin, to be honest with you. But we love them. The only downside of them, they are a little bit dated, but
yeah, they are.
like I said, if you're not really bothered, I couldn't really care less. They're safe, the staff are all mint.
Yeah. My only complaint with the Rosin is that the lighting for when you're trying to get ready on a night is a little bit dark in the room. But I mean, Christ, that's the only thing we've got to complain about.
A head torch. I haven't really.
But I mean, like I say, if that's our only complaint, we're doing something right.
Definitely, 100%.
I will preface it though saying I would like to think that we're quite easily pleased.
I'm very easily pleased, me.
But I just think you kind of knock it.
I was just buzzing they had hash browns.
Oh God, they were lovely them. That's why I'm hiccuping and vouching. I'm sorry, I'm not rude.
Tatey stuff.
But I have literally inhaled my breakfast there.
I was eating sausages whole, and I just.
Sorry, we probably digressing a little bit.
Yes.
The bubbles are going to the eyes. Probably just topping up off yesterday, to be fair. So, like I say, we land and get our transfer for 4 o'clock, travelling to the Rosin, and then from there, where are we going, Mr. Perry?
Straight on the Uber, straight to Island of Adventure.
weather dependent.
Weather
So we
dependent.
have heard that it's got to be a little bit iffy. Either way, we'll still be going to City Walk.
Yeah.
So our plan is, like I say, if the weather holds off, Velocicoaster,
Yes.
Hagrid's, scoot about, straight to Fat Tuesdays for a cocktail, a little bit of crack, and then
Panda and Red Hot Pizza.
and Red Hot Pizza Oven. We did try Panda Express the last time we were there. Jury's out for me on that. I am going to is it Red Hot Pizza Oven?
Red Hot Pizza. Never tried.
Never tried it before. We've seen it on a few vlogs that we've watched. It looks delicious. I am an absolute pizza fiend. Good pizza, bad pizza, I don't care as long as it's pizza I like it.
As long as it's not crust. As long as it's a I'll put some clips into the food and stuff, and then we're going to chill out for a bit.
Yeah.
Message some family, tell them that we're here and stuff and checked in, and then we'll give you, once we're on the plane, obviously flying with Aer Lingus, I think we've mentioned, but once we're on the plane we'll show you entertainment, food when that comes around and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
We'll chat.
We don't really know if we're going to do much filming on the plane. Obviously, we're quite conscious that people go on cameras right around the place. They're on their holidays as well. I think it's just one thing we're very mindful of is trying to just protect everyone around us.
Probably tucked away in a corner here doing this.
Yeah, we are. Trying to keep our voices down. So I'm hoping the audio's picking up. But
And if we've done a 10-minute clip and you can't hear us, we'll be fuming.
I'll put subtitles on.
Yeah.
But so hopefully we'll catch up with you on the plane. If not, you'll see a little footage of the plane, leg room, food offerings, entertainment, things like that. And then next time you should see us should be post immigration.
We'll also show you the NPC app as well when we're due.
We will.
Yeah, due to land, so show you what that's like. So yeah, we'll catch up with you in a bit.
Right, see you in a bit.
Finally on the flight.
We're on the flight.
So once everyone gets boarded and stuff, we'll show you the entertainment, the seats, and then apart from that, probably just the food.
Yeah.
And then some nice shots out the window.
Yeah.
We've got a clear window this time. Last time we never did.
No, it was a bit iffy, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was a bit weird. So well,
Hopefully we'll get some nice footage of the clouds.
yeah, some lovely footage of the clouds.
But we'll see. There seems to be a lot of empty rows next
so
to
far.
us. So he's the hoping.
I'll be lying down on there.
Bad news. They've just come over the tannoy to say that there's a bit of an engine failure whilst we are still in the air. So we are being diverted back to Shannon in Ireland, and we won't be going to Orlando today. We're about an hour and a half away from Shannon. That's as much as we know at the minute. I literally said this was going to happen as we took off. I said, I've got a feeling there's something wrong. I have been keeping an eye on the actual map, and I noticed it had re-diverted back to Shannon. I thought my screen's been a bit iffy, but no, never mind. We will keep you posted, but Aer Lingus, man, it's the second time this has happened now, but we'll get our money back.
Yes.
So never mind. Okay, so we've just had an update from the captain. Obviously you can see we're a little bit worse for wear. I'm pretty scared. I'm not gonna lie. We are currently still over the Atlantic and 30 minutes from Shannon. Running on one engine. Yeah, I'm terrified.
And apparently there's also going to be
Emergency services. We're just going to have to stop on the runway. We can't get any further. These literally just going to land, and emergency services are going to come and escort us off the plane. We keep laughing, but I just want to be kissing the ground now.
I think we're descending now, so
yeah, there might be some tears in the next couple of vlogs. Not that I anticipated. I thought it might have been happy tears on City Walk, but on our first ever travel vlog, but not to be.
What a way to kick off the channel, eh?
Kinda would only happen to us. But we'll keep you updated as we know. Pray for us.
In preparation for landing, please immediately return to your seats. Ensure your cabin baggage is stowed securely. All portable electronic devices, including mobile phones and tablets.
We've landed. Fire engines are just blasting down now, and we are stuck on the tarmac.
It's currently 10:03 in the
10:03.
afternoon UK time, so we'll update you when we're not stuck,
When we know what's happening.
which could be the next day.
See if I can. So we are looking worse for wear. It's only going to get worse from here, more than likely. We are now in Shannon Airport. We have just been told to go and collect our bags, and we are getting escorted to hotels, and then awaiting more information from there. So we'll let you know when we know more. The only thing is, I'm hoping if we do end up flying out of here, Silver Line and everything, we might get pre-clearance. So that'll be good. But,
Right side, I like.
yes, but let you know more when we know it. Hello.
It's time for room tour 2 of Travel Day, and it's not the room. I'll bleep that out. It's not the room tour in America. It's a different room tour.
It is currently 6:29
6:29 p.m. British time,
British time,
and we're currently
Irish time,
Irish time,
Shannon time.
and we're currently in the southwest of Ireland, in a place called Shannon, in a place called Dromoland, the Inn at Dromoland.
The Inn at Drummond, I do have to say mine. Shannon is stunning.
It is a beautiful place.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
We
This
saw one
hotel
house,
is one house and loads of
33 cows. So it's been a bit carnage. We'll give you a room tour quickly, and then we'll sit down and kind of talk about what the crack is and stuff like that. So to be fair, it's a really nice place. Nice waterfall shower, little stool. I think I'll probably need that after today. Sink, toilet, usual sort of stuff. Nice little cupboard, if that's what I don't know what they call them in Ireland. 2 double beds. Telly's not as big as the other one. The room's bigger, but the telly's smaller. And then this is the view that we've got to play with at the moment. Like, I mean, one thing you can't knock it for is it's quite sunny. So, aye, decent enough. Right. So, as you've seen, we're not in Orlando yet. We should have been in Orlando very soon, but we're not.
I have to say something. We were on that plane 4 hours.
We were, 4 hours.
And the island.
So essentially what happened was long story short, when we got on the plane, we were sat on the runway for a while.
And what did I see?
I think we both saw, but we just didn't want to say anything. So when they started the engines, there was kind of like a plume of smoke came out of one of the engines. And I think
we should have known at that point.
We kind of looked at each other and just thought, you know what, we'll ignore that, pretend that didn't happen. And we take off, everything's pretty sound. And then Beth was watching the map, and all of a sudden the map just changes. Like, what's going on here? And then the captain or the whatever came on.
About half an hour later, the captain had came on. Obviously, I didn't mention anything to Jake at this point when I'd noticed that the map had changed, because I'd actually had an issue with me entertainment TV thing. So I had to get them to reset it a few times, and it worked. So I'd set away watching some things, and then thought, oh, I'll see how far we're in. And then I was watching it. We weren't flying on course. We were kind of flying like under.
Yeah. And
then like literally it flashed, and literally as it flashed and the direction changed, the plane started to change. Let's fit that again. And I was like, this is strange. And it was about half an hour later, he'd come back and over the tannoy and basically had just said, nah, the engine's failed. Whilst we over the Atlantic Ocean, may I add?
Well, we were over the Atlantic, so essentially what happened is...
He could have lied.
Yeah, he could have lied.
I would have liked him too, to be quite honest.
Yeah, but you can't knock him for telling the truth as well.
Well, I mean, I've had notifications on my watch to say my heart rate is far too high. I thought I was going to die.
I had notifications in my chest that mine was too high. So essentially, yeah, we were over the Atlantic. We were about the third of the way over the Atlantic, I would say, give or take.
About the third, a quarter of the way.
And one of the engines on the plane failed. So we had the closest airport was this place, which is Shannon, South West Island. So we had to turn around, divert the plane, and fly back here with one engine. We then landed on the runway, and then we look out the window and there's
emergency services,
fire engines,
following the plane.
Like,
then the smell came.
Yeah, and then it started. We got a bit of a whiff of burning.
Could have been the tyres, to be fair.
Yeah, but... and then we sat on the plane for another half hour?
About another half hour, aye.
And then we got off the plane and got into this airport that is the smallest airport I've ever seen. Oh, it's about the same size of one of them dryers in Universal, you know, when you get off Popeyes. It's about the airport's about the same size as that.
It's absolutely tiny, and then from there...
Wouldn't need fast pass at now, would you?
Nah. So we got off, I can't even remember what time we got off the plane, I would probably be able to check. Waited around for our bags. And then we were told to literally just go and stand outside. Literally just go and wait outside. And then we waited and waited and waited, and then someone came out and basically was like, you're either getting on coaches and going to Dublin, which is, I think it's about 2.5 hours.
2.5 hour, 3 hour drive.
And then you'll fly in the morning from Dublin. Or you'll get on coaches and stay in Shannon and come back here in the morning and fly on the same plane.
That has one engine.
But apparently it's been fixed. Alas, we are here still in Shannon and going on a death trap.
So we might hopefully they fly us out at 11 a.m. tomorrow from where we are to Orlando, so we've kind of lost a day.
Yeah, it's just a bit shit. We've had to cancel a couple of reservations that we had in plans for tomorrow. We were due to go to Topgolf. It's not the end of the world. We've been charged, we'll probably get that back. Yeah. You know, we'll try and claim it back. Thankfully this didn't happen a day ahead.
Yeah, because obviously that would stuck
we might as well tell you now, because you've probably stuck around for this long, and we're probably going to have to do Travel Day Part 2, so I can sincerely apologise. I hope, if anything, you have had a laugh at our expense. I mean, we've laughed, haven't we?
We've laughed. We've got a laugh.
Wednesday just so happens to be my birthday, and my lovely husband secured us tickets to go to Epic. So... our first full day in Orlando will now be in Epic.
In Epic Universe.
And I wore my Zelda top, my Zelda Legends top especially. I was going to plan to wear this on the day, but to be fair, the smell that's coming off me it's not great.
Yeah,
and we've been told that we need to all gather at 7 p.m. prompt, sharp.
Strictly 7.
Strictly
no
7
later.
p.m. for lunch.
So it's been a bit of a carnage day, to be honest with you. But it could be worse. Obviously,
Yeah.
touch wood, everything goes well tomorrow and we make it to Orlando. But we've managed to sort everything.
Yeah.
We know someone in Orlando who works in the hotel.
Yes,
we're
Jeremy.
That. Yes, thank you,
If
Jeremy.
you're watching this, thank you so much for sorting that out.
He sorted the hotel out. We're kind of sorted really. So it's a bit of a nightmare, but it's one of those things, isn't it? You know what I mean? It is what it is.
I mean, final thought from me is, I'm very lucky. We're very lucky that we're able to go away on holiday at the best of times. I mean, this is total first world problems, isn't it? Like, all your holidays being cancelled for an extra day or what have you. In the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. Yes, it's frustrating, and we were just talking there saying, if we were there for maybe 2 weeks, it probably wouldn't have even felt as bad. But it's not bad in the grand scheme of things.
Could be worse.
We're here, we're safe. We're going to be trying again tomorrow. Still so lucky to be able to get away. It is what it is. We're here.
So this might be probably the end of travel day, pre-travel day. Well, pre-travel day, pre-travel day, and then we'll do travel day again. So or travel day take 2, or whatever we'll call it. But
definitely,
yes, if people have watched this and if anyone's had a laugh at our expense,
I sincerely hope you have.
Please, obviously subscribe.
Yes.
Drop us a like as well. This is our first time trying this, and
it's all gone tits up, like we said it was.
It's all got a nightmare. It always happens to us.
I just would also like to say to anybody who's followed us over from Instagram while you're watching this, to anybody who's commented, messaged, sent us all the love and support and all the well wishes, and equally when we put our breaking news post out, thank you so much for all of your messages of concern. We're here, we're fine. It's no problem, but it is
we just
greatly
stink.
Appreciated. Yeah, we
we stink. We're here, but we stink. You know what I mean? So yeah,
God knows how long this is going to be. But again, thank you so much for sticking around, and we shall see you tomorrow for us, next week for you, for hopefully
take 2
smoother travel day.
Take 2. Hopefully it all goes to plan, but you'll see. But yes, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.